Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Frieren Beyond Journey's End episode 26. It's actually been a bit of a while since I saw episode 25. I wasn't able to record for the last 2 weeks. By the time you're seeing this, it'll probably be the week after episode 25, but I had to take a bit of a break. Anyway, enough about that. So last time on Frieren, so they finally devised a plan to take out the clone Frieren. So it ended up being a pretty simple plan. Frieren would fight off her clone self and we wait to give Fern an opening to take her down with Zoltrak. Frieren believes Fern is the only person that can do it. Meanwhile, the others have to hold off when the other clones will come down. So according to Lavina, the clones are controlled by a monster called the Spiegel, and eventually all the clones will come down to protect it. So they have to take out clone Frieren and take out the Spiegel before that can happen. So we saw Fern fire the Zoltrak at it, but we didn't see the resolution of that. We also got a bit more from Frieren and Zerye about Flamma's will. And I didn't catch this last time, but they mentioned the Imperial Knights and the Imperial Mages, and they said before that Denkin was an Imperial Mage. Is that the same faction? So has that faction been around for 1,000 years since Flamma founded it then? Is that what that's supposed to mean? So Zerye didn't want a world where magic was wielded by all, just the most gifted ones. But now here we are. And that makes me wonder where she started the Magic Association, because that just drove more and more people to want to learn magic in order to get that privilege of hers. But anyway, for now I want to know what happened to clone Frieren, so let's find out now. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode of Frieren. Please leave a like on the video if you do. Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for more from me. Alright then guys, let's get started. Ooh, that already looks good. What is that, Frieren? Mind telling us what that thing is? What is this? Frieren's not fit at all. Yeah, I know it's her magic, but still. This is the first time I've actually seen Frieren go all out. Oh, she blocked it. Great.
From here on out, it's a battle of attrition.
Great, so the first strike didn't work. Uh-oh. That's clone of those two.
Our strategy is the classic divide and conquer. We stop them before they can gather here. We've gone over our weakest matchups. The person you'd least like to face in battle will be the one best equipped to defeat your replica. Some will be too strong to face alone. We'll counter that strength with numbers.
There's still a matter of Verbal group though. Where are they? And also Ubal's group. Oh wait, what happened to Clone Duncan? We haven't seen him yet, have we?
There is one concern.
There's no clone of Fern.
I'm detecting fewer replicas than we have test takers, which means that some of them are unaccounted for. Notably, I can't find Miss Zinza's double, who I believe we can all agree poses the greatest threat. I've been similarly unable to locate Ms. Fern or Mr. Denkin's replicas.
Oh.
We'll have to search for them using more precise range detection.
Couldn't be a tough one to fight.
If you hadn't decided to come along, we would have a lot less to worry about right now.
One aspiring to the title of first-class mage must be able to overcome both adversity and unfairness. Though frankly, this doesn't qualify as either.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's that one gone. Those two are gone. Oh no! Who did that? Zenza! Oh my god, Zenza, isn't it?
Of course it's you. You should break your bottle too. You're old enough to know when it's time to quit.
Yeah, you should. Do it. Oh my gosh, look at that.
I
can't detect any opening.
Well,
Oh, there you
Mr.
go.
Dinkin, the fancy pants Imperial Mage.
Well, first, Frieren is currently...
Spare me the details. Is this necessary or not?
It is.
Then let me take care of her.
How delusional are you?
Can
Dinkin
you?
is the strongest one amongst us by far. And let's not forget that you couldn't even best verbal.
But that's not how this works now, is it? Both Dinkin and Verbal could beat me to a pulp. But I'm confident that I can take down Zenza.
Are you?
My specialty is well suited for this. It's a spell that cuts through almost anything. Rail Ziden.
That hair is imbued with so many layers of magic it makes utter child's play of Verbal's defensive spell.
You should accept that sort of logic doesn't matter. This is a game of pure visualization.
Just as expected, Ubel is the one facing my replica. During the second class mage exam, she made it past the primary round and was attending the second test proctored by the first class mage, Berg.
Oh.
He was so skilled in defensive magic. For the second test, the examinees fired offensive magic against Berg and his cloak. It was simple. If they could make him take just one step back, they passed. Killing would result in disqualification, and there were limits imposed on the offensive spells they selected.
And then what did Ubel do?
Not a single one of us was worried about Berg.
And then he died just like that. And that's Ubel was disqualified.
It was a complete and utter shock when he was easily killed by a no-name girl. A very recent third-class mage. How did you defeat his immovable cloak?
Have you ever had to sew anything before, Zenza?
So,
But I used to watch my big sister do it all the time.
your sister.
After you find a pretty piece of cloth, you place the scissors against it like this and slide them right through. The sound it makes is so satisfying.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah.
It's all visualization. I know cloth can be cut. I imagined cutting it, then used my magic to snip away.
This woman is insane. A spell can't create anything the caster can't perfectly visualize. Just as an ant can't imagine crushing a colossal dragon underfoot. Precious few mages can imagine penetrating a cloak that is known to be impregnable.
She must have had a vivid imagination to do that.
As long as people remain intelligent organisms, we cannot escape those logical fetters. But she relied on intuition over intelligence. Despite intellectually understanding that it couldn't be cut, she constructed a vision of slicing through the cloak, guided by feeling alone. From what I've seen, her mind hardly functions like a person's at all. This is in the realm of genius.
Oh.
I simply cannot imagine beating Ubel.
Oh.
She is my worst match.
So did she win? Oh wow, she won! Wow.
You all need to take a step out of your heads. Hair is something to be cut.
Well, that is your biggest problem.
Battles between mages are more like rock, paper, scissors than competitions of strength.
Ah.
However, it's a complex game featuring many more weapons than scissors, paper, and rock.
And you want to throw a few more weapons into the mix for your side, huh?
That's basically their whole team.
Sure. We'll help you slow down the replicas and hopefully take a few out. Blindly trusting others isn't a habit of mine, but I'm also not dumb enough to let victory slip through my fingers.
Good.
Mr. Denkin's replica is rapidly approaching the bottom. I would like you to deal with it as quickly as possible. I will take Ferns, and though fighting it will be no easy task, I worry finding it will prove harder. That girl is incredibly skilled at concealing her mana for long periods. Do you really think you can handle it on your own?
Yeah,
Working alone will help me focus on long
she knows how powerful
Don't
Fern is.
underestimate it. Fern is strong. I'm a bit of a jack of all trades, but restraining spells are my forte. Besides, with her permission, of course, I tested my binding magic on the actual Miss Fern and had great success.
Yeah. That's something. But will clone Fern let you do that? Oh no.
Tricks of the mind usually don't start with the body.
Ah! It is your clone after all, so it makes sense. Huh? What? Oh, they're back?
Until the Spiegel is dead, it looks like our replicas will just keep coming around for more.
Well, that's going to be a problem.
I couldn't agree more.
Fern, there she is. Denkin. Oh gosh, look at that.
The vulnerability in my mana detection isn't large enough to land a final blow.
But if the opening was bigger, I'm certain we could do it.
If I show an opening, I'm confident the replica will show a greater one.
Oh, that's gonna be a big risk to take, even for you. What is all this? Look at all this.
It's up to you. If you think we can win, I have no doubt we can.
How can you be so sure about that?
Because I know you, Fern, and I've underestimated you the whole time.
Yes. Show them, Fern. Look at all these planets and stuff. Look at that. What in the heck was that? Oh, that's not good. Frieren's been bruised. Oh my gosh! Oh wait, this is the opening, right? Did that? Oh, not yet. More.
I should finish.
No. Go! Gosh! She had. Frieren's all about flicking her opponents. Oh no, French stuff!
Recognize it as a spell. Incredible. Mistress Frieren. So this is the height of magic. But how unlike you. You're wide open.
Oh! Now actually Frieren does it.
I'd say it's been at least 80 years since I was last forced to use that.
Well done. You did great. Okay, now hurry up and play that thing out before your copy comes back. The last thing we need is for it to all have been for nothing. Good. Too bad we never got to see Clone Fern and Clone Denkin
So
actually.
the deed is done.
What was that Fern's doing? And you're already inside there, of course.
We've lived to see the bottom of the ruins of the
Oh,
King's
okay.
tomb.
That happened.
Congratulations, you have conquered the labyrinth. Everyone who made it here has passed the second test and will continue forward in the exam.
How odd. We seem to have lost our ladies of the hour.
Nope. They're knowing. Oh! And now there are a lot of mimics.
Curiosity gets the best of us all, huh?
Of course. That was incredible. Well, that was quite something, huh? The second test is officially done. But now there are only 2 more episodes left, so I'm wondering if they'll be able to finish the first class mage exam in this season or not. Because both parts so far have been more than 2 episodes long, and I can't imagine them fitting the whole of the third part into 2 episodes. I imagine at least 1 break episode before going into the next one. So yeah, I don't think we'll be done with the first class mage exam in this season. Dang it! But as I'm recording this, season 2 has finally been announced. So we will get the conclusion to it after some time, like maybe after like a year or so. Anyway, so they had to find and fight all the clones, and Frieren and Fern were continuing to fight against Frieren's clone. They showed a small bit of Denkin's clone and Fern's clone, but we never got to properly see them in action, sadly. But the part I want to talk about is Ubel versus Zenza. So they mentioned at the start of the arc that Ubel was disqualified from the previous exam from killing the proctor in charge of it. But they didn't say the details of what they had to do, so all they had to do was make him take a step back. but they didn't tell them that that meant. But they did also say that they weren't allowed to kill him, but they didn't expect Ubel to just walk up to him and slice him in half like that. So suddenly that too. I think they mentioned before that Ubel relies more than instinct than actually learning how the spell works. She just feels it out. And that's the ultimate opponent against Zenza, apparently. So people who rely too much on logic and intelligence can't hope to beat her. They keep saying that magic is the realm of imagination. So the wilder the imagination you have, the more you'll be able to do. And Ubel, being an instinctual mage, has a pretty wild imagination. Too much for Zenza to handle, apparently, and she knew that if anyone can beat her, it would be Ubel. And it seemed like the clones were just going to keep popping up until the Spiegel was dead, which means Frieren had to defeat her own clone and do it fast, and take down the Spiegel before her clone comes back. There were so many different colors going around in that battle, from dark red to some lots of other stuff, to like what took to be planets going around. I don't know. I don't know what that was, but they had to get counters over counters over counters to finally take down Frieren, because Frieren is a mage who fights by tricking her opponents. And so Frieren had to temporarily let her own guard down to make her clone let her guard down so that Frieren could finally take her down. That was quite the plan that she and Fern came up with, a very dangerous plan that put both of their lives in danger. And yet the only thing Frieren got was a small cut over here. Fern was smacked back against the wall, and then her staff also broke. But they finally got it. And what was Frieren's prize at the end? 3 treasure chests that were all mimics. She just can't catch a break. And now they all got to see her being munched up by a mimic. That's their savior, everyone. The girl being munched by a mimic. Well, that's the end of that. I don't think they'll be starting the 3rd phase in the next exam, but let's find out then. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode of Frieren, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.